that win. Um, Lauren, a bit of an unfamiliar role for you coming in down the order for the White Ferns. What were you thinking when you got out there, and how good does it feel to have pulled that off?
Yeah, it was obviously just great to get out there today, a couple of games on the sideline. So when I heard I was getting an opportunity, I was really excited. And as you say, a slightly different role to what I'm used to, but just a really good opportunity to get out there and bat with the middle order. And it was great the way that, Katie Martin played, and then the way Frankie came in towards the end just took all the pressure off. So really great to get across the line.
Obviously missing out those first two games, haven't had a bat in a match for a while. How did you feel out there? Do you feel you've now, put innings on the board that will give, Bob and selectors some food for thought heading into the World Cup?
Oh yeah, I guess hopefully that's the case. It was just nice to get out there. I was hoping an opportunity would come and grateful that it has, but been doing plenty of training, so I felt good heading out there today.
Frankie, a good all-round performance from you, bowling, fielding, and then being there at the end. Is it a similar feeling for you, just wanting to really seize the opportunity?
Yeah, mine was a little more, I'm just happy to be back on the park. It's been a little bit of a tough slog, I guess, to get back fully fit after picking up a little back niggle at the back end of Super Smash. So, yeah, it's been a tough time, and I've got to credit our physio and S&C for the work they've put in to get me back on the park as well. And, yeah, just went out there with a smile on my face today, and I guess even when we were, felt deep in it with the ball to start up, but just enjoying the contest, enjoying being part of it. And any time you get to have the silver fern on your chest, I think that's a pretty special moment. So to be able to contribute, to be out there with Loz at the end, that was a really cool moment. And, it's not every day you get to win a series for your country. So, yeah, just chuffed to be out there.
And maybe just one for Frankie, going to that penultimate over, you needed 18 off 12. Was there sort of a plan to attack that last over, the penultimate over, sort of go for it early?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, I think you have to be smart in a chase, and we'd kept it at a pretty good level throughout. And I thought the way Katie Martin and Lauren had their partnership, that was massive, sitting on the sideline, and then to come out to Loz, who was hitting the ball like a dream and just cool as a cucumber out there as well, was really nice. And yeah, we just had a little chat before that second to last over. 49th is often the most important over of a chase, and we knew that, and it's their big gun as well in Goswami. So I just said to Loz that she was the set batter, and I was prepared to have a little bit of a dip and try and get us ahead. And luckily I picked up a boundary first ball, but then Lauren was able to follow it up as well. So going into that last over only needing 6, and then only took one ball as well, that's pretty special.
And just lastly, Lauren, you've sat on the sideline and watched a couple of wins. How good did it feel to be out there for this one, and how good does it feel to have won a series? Because that's something this team hasn't done for a while.
Yeah, it was obviously nice to get out in the park today, and it's been a great feeling in the group. I really feel like we're heading in the right direction and hopefully peaking at just the right time with the World Cup around the corner. But yeah, it's certainly been nice being in the dressing room after the games with that winning feeling. I think we've seen, we didn't play as well as we would have liked in England, but we've certainly improved as a group, and we're really starting to, I guess, hit our stride now. So looking forward to the next couple of games.
Hi guys, Ananya here from India. Congratulations on the win. My first question is to you, Lauren. You mentioned the unfamiliar role that you played today. What's been the communication around that role, and how did you go about kind of preparing for it?
Yeah, I think the communication around the group has just been everyone needs to be prepared to play, and I guess at the end of the day you just want to be out there on the park, so whatever role is required of me, and I think everyone would feel the same, that they just want to get out there and do the best they can for the team and try and contribute. And we've seen a lot of different people step up at different times throughout the series, so I think it's a pleasing thing for the group heading forward.
And just one more if I can, to you, Frankie. I mean, one of the things that's stood out about this White Fern side has kind of been the planning, even when things haven't gone to plan, just the ability to bounce back, whether it's with bat or ball. I just want to understand how much of that planning is driven by the players, and how much comes from the coaching group, and additionally, is that largely done pre-season, pre-series, or do you adapt during the series as well?
It's a bit of both, to be honest. We were lucky enough to have what we called a little bit of a retreat in Akaroa, and got together as a group coming into the series and ahead of the World Cup, and just really had the opportunity to get together and nut out exactly how we wanted to play the game and what that looked like from a White Ferns point of view, and what that looked like for phases of the game, the language that we used around it as well. So to have that opportunity, and then obviously we've come down to beautiful Queenstown and we're here for a few weeks, and just being constantly in each other's company gives us lots of time to talk about the games, and I think the coaching staff have gone about it in a really nice way. They haven't been too overbearing in the way they've gone about it. They've got really clear messages to all the players, and then there's a really great senior player group in this team as well, and they really lead and drive the scouting and the information that comes back to the players. And again, the big thing's just clear messaging and understanding that we've got some people who are really into the facts and figures and the statistics and the numbers that go around the game and how we can best utilise them. So we've got a number of those in the group, and we try and put those heads to work wherever possible and then filter the plans through. So at the moment it's going really well, but you've got to be able to have players who can adapt to it. I don't think anyone today thought the plan was for India to be 85 without loss after 10 overs. That caught us on the hop a little bit. So the ability to get into the middle of the innings and work through some different ideas and to just find a way to stay in the fight, I think was awesome. And that total that looked like it was going to be up over 300 comfortably at one point ended up needing 280, which is still a massive chase, but just the way we went about it was pretty clinical, and I think that comes down to the planning and just the clear messages we've got in this group.
Thanks, guys. Good luck.
Hi guys, Gomesh here from India. Congratulations on the win. Frankie, I just have a question for you. The last time you played for New Zealand was again in a chase against Australia, and you were taking down Darcy Brown, and today you were in the middle of it in the final few overs, and this time it was Julian Goswami. How good is it to be back in the side, and especially amidst the mist of all the under the pressure and delivering it again?
Oh, it's awesome. Honestly, it is the best feeling to be able to pull on the black shirt at the start of the day and put the cap on your head and to be out there with such a great bunch of people. It's really special, and it's something that now I really don't take for granted anymore, that perhaps when I was a bit younger I expected to play a lot more games than I have done at this stage, and just to be in this position, every game could be the last game I play for New Zealand, and so trying to take that attitude into it, and any time you can contribute, any time you can be in the thick of things, that's always an awesome feeling as a player. And I spent a lot of my career domestically and I guess in the international scene as well at the top of the order, and there's not too many times you get to ice off a chase. Most of the time you've got your feet up trying to send good vibes out to the middle from the sideline, so to have the opportunity to be out there at the end in the middle with Lauren, who was striking it like a dream, that was pretty special. And yeah, I think that it doesn't come along too often, series wins, so to be able to be in the thick of it is something that I'll remember for a really long time.
Thank you so much. Great to see you back.
Hi, yes, Sudarshan here. Lauren, a question to you is, what was the communication you received from the players about India's bowling attack when you were on the sideline the first 3 games, and what was the chat with Katie Martin during that partnership?
Yeah, I think we've talked as a group a lot about their spinners. I think in every game so far they've only played the 2 seamers and 4 spinners, so it's something that the group's worked really hard at, even going back to the winter, making sure that we're clear on our options and game plans to spin. We know that they've got a quality spin attack, so that's been a lot of the chat around the group at the moment. And then out there with Katie, we just wanted to keep the rates under 7, keep it around that 6.5 mark, and didn't want to leave ourselves too much to do at the end. And I thought the way that Katie batted and the way that Frankie came in at the end, just struck the ball nicely, took a lot of pressure off the chase and meant we could get across the line with 5 balls to spare.
Hi, could you please tell us a bit about what kind of work has gone on behind the scenes with regards to fielding? Because New Zealand seems to be, coming across as a well-rounded unit. What sort of drills have you all focused on keeping in mind the conditions, and of course the World Cup is around the corner? So if you can just do a bit of a breakdown as to what kind of drills have been done, and just the mood around getting the fielding standards up.
Yeah, it's something we've spoken a lot about over the last 12 months. I think, as we all know, fielding is so important and can help win you games of cricket. So it's something that we've really wanted to pride ourselves on. We've done a lot of work with the coaches around diving and rolling and trying to get a little bit more athletic and see how many runs we can save in the field. So we've done some work with the S&C trainer around that, and I think it's really starting to pay off now. We see everyone out there hitting the ground and diving and trying to save runs, and I guess just working together as a team when we're out there. It's not often that, we're all out there, and it's a good opportunity as a group to try and really stamp our mark on the game. A little bit of gymnastics as well. A few forward rolls.
Can you tell us a bit about that as well? Because gymnastics has, of course, played an important role over the past 2.5, 3 years, I believe.
Yeah, so over the winter we did a little bit of gymnastics as a group, just indoors practicing rolling and diving and just getting your confidence up so that when we come out here we kind of used to those movements and they come a little bit more naturally to run.
Right, thanks guys.
Here, Frankie. My question is to you, Frankie. We saw your coordination with KP Martin today with those 2 wickets. I just want to know if this is, I know you had that in past also, but this is something that has improved throughout the commentary stint you guys did together.
Yeah, we have spent a bit of time together, that's for sure, and we like to bounce off each other. But I think mainly as a spin bowler, you have to have a good communication line with your wicket keeper. It's a pretty important partnership that you've got going on. So yeah, we like to think that we're pretty in sync most of the time. I also get to spend a bit of time standing at first slip next to Katie Martin and listening to everything she's got to say about the game. So yeah, we certainly spend a bit of time together, and it paid off in spades today. And look, I think she's been brilliant with the gloves throughout the first 3 games. So yeah, I've got full confidence when I come on to bowl that I've probably got one of the best glovemen in the country, and definitely I think in world cricket as well, standing behind the stick. So yeah, love seeing the way she's going about her cricket, and to cap it off, she's brilliant with the bat as well. So yeah, she's a really important member in this side, and she's one I enjoy spending a lot of time with, and hopefully we get to have a few more cool moments like that.
Thank you and all the best for the next match.
Question for Lauren first. Have you identified on this ground as a team certain pockets where you can take twos from, and in fact against this particular team certain fielders where you can pick twos on the throw?
Not necessarily certain pockets, but our running is something we've talked about a lot. We've worked really hard on it as a group and really want to go out there and try and turn ones into twos and push this Indian team really hard. We think it's something that's in our control, our running between the wickets. There's a lot of things in cricket that are out of your control, but that's certainly something that we as a group can work on, and we're really happy with how it's gone so far, and hopefully we can continue to run really well between the wickets and pick up some extra runs where we can.
Thanks, and one for Frankie. The fact that you picked up 2 wickets essentially with that throwback to the keeper, how much do you practice that? We've seen you do it in the Super Smash as well. And do you also practice this habit of when the ball hits straight back to you, parrying it onto the bowler stumps?
Yeah, that one I do practice, that's for sure. Yeah, whenever I'm in the nets and the balls hit back firmly at me, always try and have a chance to just tip it back onto the stumps. I think it's a really underused skill and something that's a little bit unique to me perhaps as well. And maybe I'm a little bit stubborn with it too. I had a coach once who told me that it would lose us a World Cup final if I ever attempted to do it then. So I thought that actually that would be one skill that I'd really try and hone and make my own. So a little bit of the stubborn streak coming through there. But in terms of the fielding of your own bowling and getting back to the keeper, it's not necessarily something that you practice. Every now and again I might try and wind the girls up in the nets with it when they're running down, trying to knock me over my head for 6 every second ball. But no, that's just a bit of a feel thing. That's just an in-game feel and getting yourself into the competition, and generally you see out of the corner of your eye how far the bat has come down, so you think you're a chance to get it back. And maybe it's the fast bowler inside me that just likes to be in the contest and in the game, but yeah, it's not something I necessarily practice, but something that I certainly enjoy when it comes off.
Thanks and congrats on the win.
Last couple for me, girls. Loz Dunn's view, that's the second highest ever run chase in history, and the White Ferns highest ever run chase. How does it feel to have been out at the end and then also to sort of hit the 6 to win it?
Yeah, it was obviously pretty exciting being out there. I think my heart didn't want to have to deal with being, having 2 balls left, so I really tried to finish it early so that we didn't have to get down to that. So it was, exciting that we could get across the line, and I think as a batting unit we've scored 3 scores of around 250 plus, which is something we haven't done for a really long time. So it's great to see, the top order really stepping up and scoring some runs, and then in all 3 games the middle order being able to, finish the job off and get us across the line.
Frankie, your stats queen, second highest ever, best for the White Ferns, thoughts on that?
Special, really special, and to think that it's game 3, we go 3-0 up, it's series winning. I just think it's a really special moment to be part of. I think with the ball, we probably didn't hit our straps quite as we would have liked. The chance there for India, they could have got well up over 300, 320, 330. So to be able to pull them back to 280 shows that the bowlers actually at the back end did an exceptional job. The fielders backed them up as well, and that almost gives you a little bit of momentum, a little bit of confidence going into a chase that actually maybe this is a little bit less than what we should have been chasing. And just the way everyone went out there and played, we lost a few wickets early, but just the intent and the calmness in the group as well, it was really noticeable. You know, Katie Martin, the way she went out to bat just looked so clear and calm in what she was doing, and I think she complemented Lauren really well and their skill sets, and that just laid the platform for me to be able to come in and put the icing on top at the end. But yeah, it was awesome to be part of. I think Lauren was just spectacular, and we talked about that 49th over, trying to have a real go at that, being able to get to the position when we needed 6 off the last, and kind of said to her, if they bowl short, you know, get stuck into that. If they bring the drives up, just bang them over the top. And then she just nails that one for 6 first up. And I kind of said, well, yeah, if they leave them back, just bang them over the top as well. So to do it in one ball in that last over, that's pretty cool. And yeah, it was an awesome feeling to be out there, and I'm sure it's one that we'll cherish for a long time.